I sat next to Linda Evangelista and she said, I love that suit, and then she ended up in an award ceremony with Erdem giving her an award.
Because she saw it on you.
Hi Mary Claire, welcome to Anatomy of a Wardrobe. I'm Tabitha Simmons, come on in.
You've had quite a varied career. You started off as a model.
Yes.
And then you became a stylist. How would you describe your style?
I love a jean and then a t-shirt or a white shirt, and then that's when I sort of start playing with accessories. So that's when I would get into sort of like a grey sparkly shoe or something that's sort of quite punchy with something that's quite timeless. But then I love to obviously dress up, and that's when the sequins come out, or the shine comes out, or brocade comes out, or a print comes out.
Tabitha, talk us through what you're wearing today.
So what I'm wearing today is a Gabriela Hearst suit with a Uniqlo t-shirt and next Tabitha Simmons shoes. When I buy something, I really try and get a longevity out of it. I'm not one of these people that sort of purchases things. Oh, okay, I'm going to get that because it's a trend. You know, so for example, like I invested in a Chanel loafer, but I've had that for a few years and really worn it and loved it.
And I guess working in fashion, you see how fleeting some of these styles can be.
Yes. For example, you know, like Chanel bag, you can never kind of go wrong with a Chanel bag. I love a Chanel bag. It goes with anything on a rail, you can stick it with anything, and you know, and they never really kind of lose their value or lose their timelessness. So
I find like a Chanel bag doesn't even have to go. Do you know what I mean?
Doesn't have
you
to
could
go
just
anywhere.
flash it with something and it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter.
I always love to hear from people who have such lovely memories from their clothes. I think there's something really lovely in that.
Yes, well this dress is, I used to work for Dolce Gabbana and Stefano gave me this dress. I was so excited, and it was in Naples. It was from the Naples collection. I think I went to China in it, and then I went to a party in Sicily in it. You know, it's been around, but it still looks great, and I love it. Now I've got so many good memories of it. Like, I think it was the first time I danced with my son and he was so embarrassed, but
that's lovely.
I kind of got to dance with him. He's gonna kill me for that. I literally sat at my best friend's wedding next to Linda Evangelista and she said, I love that suit, and then she ended up at an award ceremony with Erdem giving her an award in this suit.
Because she saw it on you.
I was sitting there. She said, where's that from? And I told her, and then she sort of contacted the designer, and the next thing, he's giving her an award in Canada, and it was from the suit.
And looking at your own designs, how did the whole idea come about, that particular aesthetic?
So this shoe, I loved the print. I was sort of really into English gardens and that kind of English sort of feminine aesthetic. And so then we did this dragonfly print, but then I took it into very like Art Nouveau shapes.
And the overall aesthetic of your shoes, do you think it's fair to say, is very feminine? They're always lovely, very beautiful shoes.
Yes, I try and keep them as feminine and light as possible.
So you're known for designing primarily statement shoes, but in your recent collection with Next, you designed these flats over here, and you told me that you recently wore them to Formula One with this lovely suit.
This suit I wore to Formula One. I'd never actually been to Formula One, and everyone that sort of spoke to me that had been, they were like, whatever you do so much walking. I wanted almost like a sneaker hybrid shoe that looked smart with a suit, but then it wasn't typically a sneaker. So this is where I just literally, and you can see it because it's a little bit battered because I wore it in the pits, I wore it all around. This shoe, it's sort of a bit battered, but I bought this Manolo Blahnik a very, very, very long time ago in a vintage store, and it was brand new. It was probably around about £30, I want to say, and I put it away and I didn't use it for maybe a decade, but for some reason I just couldn't get rid of it because it's Manolo Blahnik, and I loved Manolo Blahnik.
I just like to say, I hear this a lot, and these things do not happen to me. I never find a designer shoe for £30.
It went away and now it never leaves my side. Like if you don't know what to wear or you're going too overly excited, you know, with something really jazzy on top, this shoe goes with everything. This thing has longevity. This bag was based on an old Kroll doctor's bag. We used recycled leather. It's not actually crocodile, it's recycled leather because I wanted to be a little bit more sustainable. It has a mirror so you can do your makeup and then it flips up.
That is brilliant.
And then this is good for iPhone, brush, like I've got a lot of stuff shoved in there. It's a good day to evening bag.
Who are your favourite designers right now? Are there any kind of British emerging designers that you champion?
I think Erdem does a great job. You know, I think he's someone that's really self-funded and stuck the test of time. I really like Elia as well at the moment. I think it's incredible. And also I feel like Sarah Burton at Givenchy, I'm so excited.
Do you ever shop on the high street?
I do shop on the high street. I tend to shop more things like white t-shirts from Uniqlo. My next collaboration with those Mary Janes that I love.
What is your most treasured piece in your wardrobe? So something that really kind of stands out as it has a real memory attached to it.
I think a Chanel handbag I'm really, really attached to. I do love Chanel bags. I have a Hermès Kelly bag that I kind of keep in a treasure. But I've had it for a very, very long time and it's really now battered and it doesn't look great. But I treated it very badly. I used to put my gym kit in it.
Speaking of your Hermès bag, there's been a lot of Labubu dolls being hung on Hermès bags, Chanel bags everywhere.
Yes.
How do we feel about that?
My daughter came home with one that my husband had bought her and I was like, oh, there's a Labubu in her bedroom. And so I stuck it on my Hermès bag.
You stole it.
And the algorithm of Instagram really worked because I was like, oh, I better put that on my bag, not even thinking about it. And then I was going to work and Violet was like, that's my doll. And I said, I'm just borrowing it. She was like, you didn't even ask. So I had to put it back.
What is the go-to piece in your wardrobe?
Jeans. These are Reformation. I feel like denim never ever goes away. That's when you can wear like something like this with a white t-shirt, or you can wear it, you know, like this, and then you have a white t-shirt and, you know, a little bag and you're ready to go.
And for anybody that would love to have access to a stylist like you, with so much experience, so well respected, what would be your one tip when it comes to their own personal style? You
see trends come and go, but just don't take them too seriously. You know, there's trends that definitely don't suit me. I mean, there's no way I'm walking around in a crop top. You can buy a piece or take something from a wardrobe that you've had forever, buy it, or a shoe, and update it. Now I feel like it's great where you can access your wardrobe and look at what you've got, and then you can update it maybe with an accessory or a piece of jewelry or like a lipstick. You can really change things within what you have rather than going, okay, I'm going to go and buy a whole new wardrobe. But you have to like feel good in it. I feel like if you feel a bit like, oh, this isn't for me, then
don't do it.
Don't do it. Like it generally, like your instincts are right.
Has your style evolved over the years?
I think so, yes. I mean, I used to be running around when my sort of best friend that just got married in like high-heeled ice skates, and I would wear tap shoes. So I
What do you mean? You used to wear tap shoes? I
used to wear tap shoes in the office.
Why? You need to talk us through this.
No idea. I have no idea. It was, I think I liked the style because I liked it was like, well, it's very in that like round toe.
And did you leave the taps on?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's brilliant. I always love to ask, what item would you save in a fire? Is there something super precious to you?
I mean, I guess I would save a Chanel bag, or I would pretty much save my Chanel bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tabitha, for joining us.
And thank you for having me.